was 2:55 in the afternoon when a call came out that there were shots fired in the vicinity of the Holiday Inn, and they asked for a supervisor.
That was an utterly terrifying situation for a few minutes there. It looks like several of the people were shot in their cars. One person shot through the neck. It's just a very, very brutal situation in downtown Wichita.
It remains one of the darkest days in Kansas history. From a balcony 250 feet above the street, a lone gunman turned a busy downtown intersection into a kill zone. August 11th, 1976, in Wichita, Kansas, it was a day defined by the heavy heat of midsummer. At the Holiday Inn Plaza in downtown Wichita, the lunch rush in the Holiday Inn Plaza Hotel had faded into the quiet rhythm of the afternoon shift. My mom was just about to finish her shift that day, and my Aunt Terry was her relief, both unaware that in just moments a normal day would become a nightmare. At approximately 1:30 p.m. that day, Michael Souls, a 19-year-old from Oklahoma and unemployed welder, arrives in downtown Wichita. He enters the Holiday Inn Plaza, the tallest building in the city at the time, with 2 rifles and a lunch pail full of ammunition, as calm as could be. Witnesses later stated he didn't look at anyone and looked straight ahead. His goal was to go to the roof, as stated in his trial, but access was limited without an escort, so he settled for infiltrating a room on the 26th floor of the Holiday Inn. The Holiday Inn building was the tallest building in Wichita at the time. It was built in 1962 with 26 floors and was a picture of uniqueness in the downtown skyline. Sitting right across the street, the Century 2 Event Center, a unique structure in itself with a blue spaceship-shaped roof. The plaza complex consisted of 2 other twin, shorter buildings which were placed slightly forward and on each side of the Holiday Inn, now bearing the name the Garvey Center. This Holiday Inn was known a safe place for many celebrities who came to Wichita. My mom waited on many, such as Ike and Tina Turner, Buck Owens, Joe Walsh, and even the Harlem Globetrotters, to name a few. Just after lunch, on the roof of the East Garvey Center twin building were 2 men who were working on the HVAC system that day, all while Michael Souls set up on the balcony on the southeast side of the building. Just before 2:55 p.m., shots rang out from the balcony, aiming first for the 2 men on the roof of the East Garvey building. Both were hit. Souls then took aim at the street below and pedestrians walking by the Century 2 Event Center across the street. People on the ground were running and screaming, trying to find refuge. The call came in to 911 at 2:55 p.m. of shots fired at the Holiday Inn Plaza. Police were quick to respond, only being a few blocks away. Police officers were running and dodging a hail of bullets, trying to help victims. People driving by were shot at and some hit. Pedestrians were running and some were also hit next to the Century 2. People were taking cover next to parked cars and buildings and built little walls built in front of the buildings while others were trying to tend to the wounded or get them to safety. Police couldn't compete with the sniper's position from the ground. They had to get up there.
We walked in, you could actually see souls leaning against the thin partition.
Lawmen and news reporters and ambulance technicians down here. Persons wounded, a total of 8 wounded it looks like. At least 2 of them are dead.
We got information radio traffic that the person was on the balcony on the southeast corner.
It looks like several of the people were shot in their cars. One person shot through the neck. It's just a very, very brutal situation in downtown Wichita.
I grabbed a shotgun and fired 2 or 3, I think 2 rounds, 1 or 2 rounds at his silhouette, and the shotgun blasts were double-aught buck, and it went through the glass and he went down. Salmons had a shotgun, and that time Salmons and I just emptied our shotguns where Souls was at. And we could hear him say he gives up, so we told him to crawl to the door.
The sniper is one of those who has been wounded. Sheriff Dar said he and some other law officers were trying to get up in that area.
We didn't have SWAT. When you got a call, you took care of it. The responding people took care of it. Somebody was on our side that day.
Inside the Holiday Inn in the dining room, all the commotion and screaming, the staff inside were quickly moved to the kitchen, one being my own mom. I'm going to share a little bit of my conversation with my mom just a few days ago, and I hope that it will help you to understand her viewpoint from the events of that day. What do you know about the Wichita Holiday Inn sniper story? My mom replied, sniper. I said in 1976, and she says, I was there, so was Terry. It was shift change in the dining room. I was getting off work, and Terry was my relief. She was in the parking garage. Security got her and escorted her through the back kitchen. No one was allowed to leave. You know, the building next door, the Garvey building, had a short section about 4 stories high attached on the southwest side. 2 workers were shot there. Everyone else was at Century 2. I think the 2 men in the roof were wounded. They were working. I don't remember if it was roof repair or AC maintenance. And the other people shot that she's speaking of here, there used to be a driveway or a little alley next to Century 2. For 11 minutes, the entire downtown area was under siege that day by a man none of them had ever met. In total, there were 2 dead and 7 wounded on August 11th, and just 2 days later, on the 13th, the 3rd victim succumbed to his injuries sustained by the sniper, one of the men on the roof. The total was 3 dead and 6 wounded. From all that I could find and have read, trying to research for this video, that 11 minutes changed my city. It created a fear, and it stoked a fear in people that were not only wounded, but not wounded. People were more protective of their children. They were more careful going to work. They didn't just nonchalantly walk along the sidewalks and not pay attention to their surroundings. And also, people were locking their doors more and more. And in those times, that was uncommon. And it's important to remember that Wichita, Kansas at the time maybe was 100,000 people. We were not the size that we are today at 600,000. Although this took place 2 weeks before my 5th birthday, and we're very thankful that my aunt and my mother were okay through that ordeal. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Had Michael Souls waited 10 more minutes to start firing, things could have very well looked very different in my life today.